I've
Like,
heard
what's
this
in it for
before.
me?
What do you bring to the table?
Yeah.
I've heard this from a man before, and I just took one look at them and I was like, that is an ick. That is an ick. What do you mean? What do I bring to the table? I don't have to bring anything to the table. I'm the woman. You're the one who's going to be bringing things to the table. I don't need you. But far out, men are worse than women. Well, makes sense. We're living in such a bloody feminine society. Men are not masculine at all. But I need somebody secure. I need somebody also that has more money than me, because I will not date anybody that has less than me. I'm not going through that process. Look, there are 50-50 girls out there. Go date them. Go enjoy them, and that's fine. That's okay. But I wouldn't date a man that expects that. No.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This woman is exhausting. But what she has to say is essential for men to hear, because she explains exactly why men are opting out of dating and relationships, and why women can't convince them to come back to the table. Her recent divorce should be taught in schools, and her new tenure as a single woman should be registered as Manosphere required reading. And I'm telling you, this woman does not pull punches. Check this out.
And you just got back from New York?
Yeah, I was in the Hamptons.
Oh my God, wonderful.
I was like, get me out of here, out of Australia. See you later. Goodbye. All I'm going to say is American men are just as weak as the Australian men. Just
Really?
Putting it out there. They don't approach you there either. I give up.
That's so interesting, because everyone always says that American men are way more forward.
Maybe from Texas, the South, but not in New York, I can assure you. They're just not masculine. Everyone's scared. Everyone's like, am I going to have to approach someone? No, thank you. Not happening. Sorry.
Fair enough.
You just heard the foundation of why the male and female dynamic is in a downward spiral. She expects men to approach her, but she won't approach a man in return if he doesn't already meet her list. Now, before we get to our core argument for why she got divorced and why men are neither lost nor scared and know exactly where they're going, we're going to let her make the argument for us first. Brace yourself. This woman doesn't hold back.
Ain't that a man?
Yeah.
And how's dating going for you?
Look, I don't really date. I mean, my friends have tried setting me up and stuff, but like, I'm not going to go out to dinner with just any random guy. I'm not going to be on dating apps. Like, I'm not interested in that. If I'm going to date someone, it's for serious. Like, I want a serious relationship. I don't do casual dating. I'm not going to have sex unless I'm in love with you. Like, I tell them straight away. So I'm direct. It's not going to be a casual thing. So yeah, I haven't found my forever person. I'm independent as well, though. So I'm not really like, oh, I need to find someone. I've had my kids. I've got my money. I've got my house. I've got my businesses. I'm not really phased. So it has to be someone like really amazing. Otherwise, I'm good.
What do you look for in a partner? Because obviously, you know, you're so independent and you've built a life for yourself.
Yeah.
That it's like, are you just looking for, you know, some people just look for company, or,
Oh,
you know,
God, no.
someone to...
Annoying.
Yeah.
No.
Because I feel like you do so much on your own.
I do a
It's
lot.
like you don't need someone to hold your hand when you walk into an event.
No,
you know?
the opposite. I need someone secure, and I need someone who's okay with me being in the limelight and okay with me attending events, and they've got their own life. I don't want anyone to smother me. I've got a lot coming up in my life. You know, I'm going back on television. I've got a lot of things coming up for me, business-wise. So I need somebody secure. I need somebody also that has more money than me, because I will not date anybody that has less than me. I'm not going through that process. Because the last thing you want is somebody coming after your money. Do you know how hard it is to trust somebody? So I'll definitely have a prenup if I ever get with anybody again. What am I looking for? Someone strong and masculine. I need an alpha man. Like, I need someone who can take the lead. Like, I would love to be able to be like, yeah, I would let him handle it. Like, he knows what he's doing. And I haven't really ever felt that because I'm such a strong personality. So, yeah, I would love somebody who's stronger than me. Hard to find.
Nag, 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 nag. I hope you're still here, gentlemen. After hearing a list of requirements you've probably heard since kindergarten, the most important line in that whole list, lock this in.
I need someone secure, and I need someone who's okay with me being in the limelight and okay with me attending events, and they've got their own life. I don't want anyone to smother me.
Lock this in, gentlemen. We'll come back to this. Now, round 2 of the foundation.
But far out, men are worse than women. Well, makes sense. We're living in such a bloody feminine society. Men are not masculine at all. But like, even just my very first reel of a man should pay. Since when did that cause so much controversy? Why is it a big deal that I would expect a man to pay for a date or a man to provide? That's their role. So yeah, my mindset with dating or traditional roles, yeah, I have that viewpoint. I mean, I don't know why that's such a big deal, but far out, it does cause problems.
Yeah. Well, what do you know how when men pay, you always say men should pay on the first date?
Well, every date.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
what, like, men have this idea, some men have this weird, like, what do I get in return?
I've
Like,
heard this
what's in it for
before.
me?
What do you bring to the table?
Yeah.
I've heard this from a man before, and I just took one look at them and I was like, that is an ick. That is an ick. What do you mean? What do I bring to the table? I don't have to bring anything to the table. I'm the woman. You're the one who's going to be bringing things to the table. I don't need you. That's the different society these days. We don't need men. So if they're going to come and be part of our world, they're the ones that need to provide something to the table. We're nurturing. We care for them. Like I cook. That's one thing that I love to do for my man. I will cook for them. I will take care of them. I'll be their emotional support, their rock. I will encourage them to succeed. That is what they need. But the notion of what does a woman bring to the table? What do you mean? What do you want us to bring to the table?
Yeah.
What do they want us to bring to? How much more can we bring to the table? Like we're having babies for you. We're the neck. Like
Yeah.
we help you with everything. So what else would you want from us? We're also bringing in our careers and providing as well. Like it's not like we don't have our own money. So what more do you want from a woman? You have sex with us. What else? What do you need? You tell me. I don't know. I find it very bizarre that this conversation triggers people.
Well, because they then say, like, you know, what can you bring to the table if I've paid for the first date? Do you think they're expecting sex on the first date? Because I know you don't agree with that.
Not
either.
happening, mate. That's not happening. No, just because you pay for something doesn't mean you're entitled to my body. Not happening. But it's just it's a common, like, it's a traditional mindset. Like a man traditionally should provide. That's how I view it. I think it's a nick if they don't. I mean, otherwise, what's the point really? I don't know. I'd rather be alone.
Yeah.
Out of everything she said, she missed the single most important thing men need a woman to bring to the table. The table, meaning the relationship, the marriage, the agreement made in good faith. Let's put it on the screen, gentlemen. Yes, loyalty. Janice, read.
Loyal. Firm and not changing in your friendship with, or support for, a person or organization, or in your belief in your principles.
You didn't hear that word once in her rebuttal to what do you bring to the table? That's not a coincidence, gentlemen. And there's a second word she left out too. We'll get to it. Now that we've laid out her stance, let's go analyze the actual reason behind her divorce. Brace yourselves. You're getting your red pill vitamins today.
Going through a divorce, so you never really think it's going to happen to you where then you need a family lawyer. But yeah, it's just depressing. Like everything's negative. Everything's bad. Like why would you want to be in that environment? Ugh.
Yeah. You went on My Kitchen Rules, obviously 10 years ago. With you guys were married then?
Yeah, we were married. We just got married, had a honeymoon, and then came and filmed television.
Oh my God, how was that?
Insane, but we worked together, so we were very used to the pressure.
Yeah.
So it was okay.
And then you split. It was only a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then sold your Brighton home. By the way, I was looking at it today. Underground nightclub with like
Yeah, we did have an underground nightclub.
that's insane. Like I'm
It was fun.
obsessed with it.
Yeah, I had some good memories. I had some good memories in that nightclub.
You'd been like hostess with the mosters.
I love hosting. Like I love feeding people. I love everyone coming over. That's something I really, really enjoy. So yeah, the parties were always at my house.
Was it sad parting ways with that home?
Look, it's always hard. I mean, separation's never easy. You know, and that was a family unit for, you know, many years. But it got to a point where I was like, look, it doesn't matter like how expensive the home is or how much money you have. If you're not happy internally or in your relationship, what's the point? So yeah, I had to get rid of it. Had to move forward.
Can I ask who ended things?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I left.
Lock in, guys. She left. She broke up the family unit despite a beautiful home and total financial security. You're about to witness exactly why 70 to 80% of divorces are initiated by women. Check this out.
Where was your moment where you realised like your, say, light bulb moment where it all fell apart? Or where you just knew I need to get out or this isn't right for me?
I think for a woman, you check out many, many years earlier. It takes us a long time, especially with children, young kids. You know, you're always like, oh, we stay for the family, stay for the children. But it got to a point where I was like, I'm depressed. Like there were days where I couldn't get out of bed. I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I'm not happy. I'm like living with a roommate. That's how I felt. Right. I know. I mean, I got married so young. I was 21 when I got engaged and 23 married. and had kids not long after that. So my 20s were given to marriage.
Yeah.
And you're a very different person as a woman in your 20s to your 30s, and then post being a mother as well. So I think we just really grew apart, and I got to a point where I'm like, I'm not in love with this person, so I can't do this anymore. So yeah, 10-year wedding anniversary was my light bulb moment where I was like, I can't do this anymore.
On your wedding anniversary?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So you called it quits the day?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because it was 10 years and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like 10 years of marriage and I'm not happy, and I'm like, I can't do it anymore. I'm not in love with you anymore. So that was it.
Wow.
Exactly. Wow! To make a long story short, here's a clip that's gonna make everything click.
And I feel like I'm feeling like
I just feel like
I feel like
I feel like because I feel like
I feel like I feel like
well, I just feel like and I feel like I'm feeling like
I feel now that's what I just feel right now.
sometimes I feel like 100%, sometimes I feel like 50%. Right now it's 75.
As I've said many times on this channel, women go by feel. She divorced her husband because she didn't feel seen. Remember the clip I told you to lock in?
I need someone secure, and I need someone who's okay with me being in the limelight and okay with me attending events.
Notice what she actually said there. Not someone who supports me. Someone okay with me being in the limelight. That's not a marriage requirement. That's a status requirement.
I think initially they kind of portrayed it as a villain, but I think it was like a funny kind of villain. You know, I'm just very direct. I say it how it is, but I'm also very fair. So I don't know. I think I'm just funny. I'm going to tell you straight. I can't lie to you.
Of course.
But now I kind of look back and I'm like, yeah, wow, I can't even believe I put myself through that. It was insane. But it's been 10 years and there's still, media, and I'm still getting papped, and I'm still, constantly thrown in the spotlight. So it's crazy. It's just crazy. Like, we were on billboards, we were on every single taxi, buses. We were everywhere at that stage. You can't prepare for that.
She's been a public figure since her early 20s. Villain edit, tabloids, billboards, taxis. Her words, not mine. That kind of identity doesn't switch off when you get married. It has to be fed constantly. And a husband, even a great one, even a faithful one, even a good father, can only compete with a spotlight for so long before he starts to feel like a supporting character in someone else's storyline. When her 10-year anniversary rolled around, it didn't feel like the day she got married. The spotlight, the wedding, the dress, gone. Nobody cares as much as you think they do once the wedding's over. That's the part of the Disney fairy tale nobody tells you. It's the romantic consumerism Hollywood sells you every time. Ask our great-grandparents about traditional marriage, and they'll tell you it was never about being in love. Marriage was a practical arrangement. That's why people stayed married for 40, 50 years after getting hitched at 20. Yes! You become roommates. It was never about everlasting butterflies. It was about keeping your vows. That's traditionalism. Now let's take it a step further.
Not long after that, I moved out.
Was he feeling the same way?
No.
No.
I think
So did it come as a shock?
Men are very oblivious.
Yeah.
Men are they don't realize when a woman's checked out. When we stop fighting for the relationship, when we stop even talking,
They just think it's, cruisy.
yeah, they think it's like, oh, she's a robot. She cooks, she cleans, she's quiet.
Yeah.
Great. Less headaches. It's very different for a man. They don't realize when we're quiet, there's problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it must have, would have come as a shock to him. Did he try anything to be like, we can fix this? You know how
for
some guys
sure.
fight
For sure, but I was done. When I'm done, I'm done. Like, I can't go back. When I made that decision in my mind, I feel like for women, we get to a point where we've tried everything, and I was just like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
I was so miserable. I felt nothing for him anymore. He's a great person. He's a great dad. He's going to make another woman very happy. He's a nice guy, but there was just nothing between us anymore. So I couldn't do it.
Was there the moments where, did it slowly build up where there were just things like, we're not spending as much personal time together?
Sure. Yeah, I definitely think that definitely comes into play. I'm very career driven. He wasn't. He was quiet. I made him very driven. And I think I'm intense. I'm a very intense personality. So, it's hard when someone's not that personality. I guess I think I always pushed him to do more. And then when kids came along.
There it is, gentlemen. You just heard exactly why men are checking out. You can be a great person and a great dad and still not be enough. Why? Because you don't build equity with women. I'll keep saying it because it's the truth. It doesn't matter how you made her feel 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago. What matters is what you've done for her lately. Shout out to Eddie Murphy and Janet Jackson. She kept pushing him harder because she wanted to be seen more. Which brings us to the second word missing from her answer to what do you bring to the table? Inspire. Modern women don't inspire men. They push, they shove, they dunk on him, they disrespect, they don't listen, they don't cooperate. She said it herself. She went quiet. But you're not supposed to go quiet when there's a problem in your marriage. She doesn't know any better because most women show up to the table and men go to work. So when it was finally her turn to put real effort into the marriage, it turned her off and there was no turning back while her husband was still trying. He's a great person, by the way. 10 years of marriage and 2 kids didn't put a dent in this ship sinking.
There's this whole bubble where, you know, the feminist bubble.
Yeah.
Would you call yourself a feminist?
No.
There's another word called a lipstick feminist.
What's that?
I literally just learned today. It's where women embody feminine values.
Okay.
So being in their feminine and being, you know, nurturing and expecting a man to be in his masculine, where it's like providing. Would you call yourself someone like that while still having this female empowerment, like having her own career and being like boss babe?
Well, for me, the biggest and most important thing for any woman is to have her independence and to have her financial independence. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck in situations where we see women stuck in DV, where we see women unable to leave, positions like that where you can't make choices of what man you want as well because they've got power and control over you. So I will never allow myself to be in that position. So I think every woman needs their own independence. But when it comes to a family household and traditional roles, yeah, I do think a woman provides in different ways. I do think that we are nurturing. I do think that we take care of the home. We do. But we also have our own money now too. So there is that extra layer of what women are providing these days. Yeah. So a man needs to step up because otherwise we'd rather just be alone.
Nope. Men need to step down. The first thing she brings up is DV, domestic violence. Her husband did none of that. He's a great person, a great dad. They were financially secure, and the marriage still couldn't survive because the butterflies were off. The hell with stepping up. Hold the line. Hold the freaking line. Men have stepped up enough. It's time for women to step up because for the last 6 decades, marriage has become a punchline. How am I supposed to promote marriage when the statistics keep proving stories like this one? You tell me.
And you are yet to move on. You're in the dating scene now.
Yeah.
Has Gianni moved on with someone else?
Yeah, he's repartnered, which I'm really happy for him. I mean, all I want is for somebody that's a good influence and a good person that's around my kids at the end of the day. So, yeah, and she'll help him as well, you know, for the support because it's not easy. Going through divorce is probably the worst time of your life. No. So, yeah, when I heard he moved on, I was like, that's great. I was like, good.
Nice.
Yeah. So
how long have they been together for? Is it still?
Oh, a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, a while. I'm not exactly sure, but I think a while. It's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
And how's dating going for you?
Look, I'm a very, I don't really date. I mean, my friends have tried setting me.
She checked out. She got quiet. She pushed him for years. Then walked away on the one day the marriage was supposed to mean the most. And somehow, in her mind, he's still the one who didn't step up. That's the trick, gentlemen. Loyalty and inspiration, the 2 things she never once named as her job in the relationship, were the exact 2 things missing from her side of the table, not his. He was there. He was faithful. He was a good father. And none of it mattered because good doesn't feel like anything after 10 years if she's not choosing to feel it. This is the part the manosphere has been trying to explain for years, and it keeps getting dismissed as bitterness. But you just heard it from the woman herself in her own words. with her own divorce as the case study. Men aren't checking out because they're scared. They're checking out because they finally did the math. Provide, protect, show up for a decade, and still lose the house, the kids' routine, and get filed under not enough the moment she stops feeling it. She's not wrong that she deserves a man who shows up for her. Nobody's arguing that. But she just proved on camera, without meaning to, that showing up was never actually enough to keep her, and that the real cost of a marriage isn't paid by the man who leaves. It's paid by the one who stayed until she didn't want him to anymore. Listen to all, follow none.
Man, that's where we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.